And welcome to the media news on the state television. I am Senior Tabaru. The Vice President Kashim Tatima has arrived in Davos, Switzerland to lead Nigeria's delegation at the 56th annual meeting of the World Economic Forum. The forum, which brings together global political and business leaders, will hold from January 19 to 23, 2026. Tatima arrived from Conakry, Guinea, where he represented President Bola Tinubu at the inauguration of President Mamadi Doumbouya on Friday. According to a statement by Senior Special Assistant on Media and Communications, the VP was received on arrival by the Minister of Foreign Affairs, Yusuf Tugar, the Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment, Dr. Jumoke Oduwole, and officials of the Nigerian nation in Switzerland. This year's forum marks a milestone in Nigeria's participation at the annual gathering, with the federal government establishing a dedicated sovereign pavilion on the Davos promenade for the first time. The Ogun State chapter of the All Progressives Congress (APC) has commenced its online e-membership registration and update exercise across all 236 wards in the state. This exercise, according to a statement by the party, comes with great benefit. So members are urged to visit the registration center closest to their wards to register or update their membership details. To register, all you need are your name, date of birth, phone number, local government area, ward, and a valid means of identification. The goal, according to the statement, is to build a credible digital membership database, promote transparency, and strengthen active participation of members across Ogun State. Members were, however, urged to take full advantage of this opportunity and mobilize others to participate. The chairman of the Southern Governors Forum and Governor of Ogun State, Prince Dapo Abiodun, has poured glowing tribute on the Super Eagles of Nigeria for their heroic outing and bronze medal triumph at the 2025 Africa Cup of Nations AFCON, describing their performance as a victory of spirit, courage, and national pride. Governor Abiodun saluted the Eagles for playing what many adjudged as the most exhilarating and dominant football at the tournament, noting that the team went unbeaten in regulation time throughout the competition, winning all their matches except the semi-final, which was decided by the lottery of penalties. He noted that Nigeria's outstanding record, scoring the highest number of goals on the group stage and conceding none in the knockout rounds before the semi-final, was a testament to the team's quality, discipline, and the enduring excellence of Nigerian football. The Ogun State Governor further praised the Eagles for their resilience and mental strength, particularly their emphatic victory over the Pharaohs of Egypt in the third-place match, despite what he described as unfair officiating in the semi-final clash against Morocco, the controversial seizure of goalkeeper Salim Wambali's towel, and the intense hostility of the home crowd. According to him, the performance of the Super Eagles rekindled national pride and reminded the world of Nigeria's rich footballing heritage. He added that the Eagles captivated millions of Nigerians and football lovers across Africa, restoring the joy, flair, and fearlessness that once defined Nigerian football. Governor Abiodun acknowledged that while the trophy narrowly eluded the team, the excellent penalties underscored the fine margins of football. He concluded by expressing strong optimism about the future, stating that the Super Eagles and head coach Eric Chelle have ignited fresh hope in the hearts of Nigerians and laid a solid foundation for greater triumphs ahead. Workers of the Federal Capital Territory Administration and the Federal Capital Development Authority have commenced an industrial action shutting down government activities across Abuja. It has observed a heavy security presence at entrance with personnel from the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps and the Nigerian Police Force stationed at the gate. Workers were barred from entering the premises. The strike is expected to affect all FCTA secretariats, department, agencies, area, councils, and parastatals, effectively granting official activities within the Federal Capital Territory. The decision was taken by the Joint Union Action Congress, which directed workers in all cadres within the FCTA to withdraw their services, citing what it described as the authority's failure to address long-standing labor and welfare demands. Agriculture remains the backbone of the nation's economy, providing food for the population, employment for millions, and raw materials for industries across the country. Beyond feeding households, the sector plays a critical role in poverty reduction, rural development, and national food security, especially at a time of rising economic pressures. As stakeholders continue to call for increased investment, mechanization, and youth participation in farming, experts say strengthening agriculture is key to diversifying the economy, reducing dependence on import, and ensuring sustainable national growth. Details are in this package.
Food is the end product of farm produce, mostly planted, cultivated, and tended by farmers. Living things in any form take this product in, though in processed or cooked form. As essential as this is, most times due recognition is not accorded farmers, who are the producers. Farmers are the unsung heroes on fields, doing the tougher part of the job, such as plowing fields, operating tractors, spreading fertilizers, and trimming hedges, among others. The labor force on a farm plays a pivotal role.
That they are passionate. Some people have that passion for survival of human race. You know, even in the Bible, God is the number one farmer. He commanded the grass, the crops to come out. So the same love that these people have, that's why they are going to farming. Because farming of nowadays takes extra sacrifice.
It is expected that as important as this set of people is to human race when it comes to feeding and economic growth, it will be a smooth ride for them. But the reverse is always the case, as some of them highlighted the challenges facing them.
One of the major challenges we're having now in agriculture as a whole is climate change. There's no adequate, education or information to the farmer on how to manage, the climate change. And even when you now have access to the information on how to manage it, you have to, in this part of the world, we depend on rainfall. And in advanced world, they are not depending on rainfall for farming. They go on irrigation farming. But here, the irrigation kit is highly expensive.
A producer should be the one that will cost his cost of production and added his salary to it and say, okay, this is what I will sell. But because of the perishable nature of some of these agricultural products, so they are always at the mercy of the purchaser.
After over 30 years of experience as a researcher in Federal University of Agriculture, Abeokuta, Professor Akin Omotayo called for maximum support from the general public and the government in developing and maximizing researches in the agricultural sector.
Encourage young people to go into farming, encourage them when they are there, support them. In other parts of the world, people support those who are just coming to farming and encourage them to sustain the activities on the farm by subsidizing either their input or their output. The input is all the things that are needed to produce. The output is the produce from the farm.
They urge Nigerians to continually acknowledge and support the efforts of farm workers for making it possible to bring fresh produce to the table in the face of increasing risks and challenges. Margaret Okunlola, OGTV News.
The Budget Office of the Federation, BOF, has dismissed claims that the North-East Development Commission, NEDC, runs the 246.77 billion naira salaries budget, describing the narrative as false and misleading. The Budget Office stated that the 246.77 billion naira assigned to the NEDC is a consolidated statutory provision shown at an overall level under the medium-term expenditure framework, and it is not solely a personnel budget. In a statement issued in Abuja and signed by its Director General, Kanimo Yakubo, the Budget Office said the allegation reflected a poor understanding of the federal